So my name is Chris. I go by Chris Rue. It's actually, Rue came from breakdancing. When I was breakdancing, hopped a lot. So it came from kangaroo, which is short for Rue. So some people would call me Rue or Chris Rue, but that's just a name that stuck to me for sure.
Nice. Yeah, and I said we would get you recorded so that we can see you dance.
Yeah. Right.
All right. And so how did you first discover your passion for graphic design?
I discovered my passion for graphic design because, I've always drawn since I was a kid. It's fun. It's creative, and I love being creative. So.
Yeah. So then how early were you when you started to realize that was something that you had a skill set in?
I would say I was probably 5, 6 years old. Yeah. I wish I still had the drawings back then, actually. Yeah, my mom wasn't a fan of it, so she wanted me to study more, and she was like, "What is this? You're wasting your time." And, she threw them all away. I'm like, "Aw. I wish I still had them till now, but it's okay, It's just funny because when I got my first paycheck, doing graphic design, she was so happy. I was like, I don't have to be a nurse.
Yeah. Right? Be like, I just got to up my prices,
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
That's awesome. So, can you share a memorable project that made you realize that this was the right career path for you?
Doing stuff for the diners. I remember creating a font from the logo. So they gave me that project. So I took the SF letters and made the whole alphabet.
That's awesome.
And what made it memorable for me is that if you go to the stadium, it says Home of the Faithful in those letters, huge. So right when you walk in, you look up, it's all up there where the booths are. I was just like, wow, this is like unreal for me.
Yeah, like the vision that you had and you created it, and then now you see it in fruition. That's pretty awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, good to know. Now I'll be like, this guy, he made the logo and everything.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so what inspired you to pursue the graphic design professionally?
I would just say just being around people that are creative. Me and my cousin Sean, he would always draw too. So we always have competitions like, oh, let me see your drawing. Oh, let me see your drawings. Since then, it's just something I've carried on and used as a skill set and have fun with,
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, are there any specific trends that or styles that you've particularly drawn to, or what is your creative process when you have ideas for any designs?
Creative process for designs, I usually start off with the inspiration, and then from there, I would do just quick sketches, just to see how it would look like. I don't want to skip steps because you just have to go back and you mess up and that's not what they like and you spend so much time. So I like to do it in a process where it's efficient, it looks good, and then end product,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
you don't want to do double the work.
Oh, no way.
They don't want it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No one's got time for that.
No, ain't nobody got time for that. And so have you ever faced a creative block, and how did you handle it when it happened?
Yeah, it happens a lot, more than we like. I'm sure any creative or artist hits a roadblock, a creative block, and I'm sure you do too all the time.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And sometimes we just have to step out and come back when we're ready. Something might spark up, or maybe you're just not finding the right inspiration.
And so, remember when we were talking about the different styles you had? How did you come up with, your own personal style when it comes to your art?
I didn't find my style right off the bat. I started to notice a consistency, so I kind of stuck with that and see what works, and then I liked it. A lot of people liked it, too, so I'm more of, the heavy illustration, cartoony style. But I could do some other stuff, too, but that's, my thing, you know what I mean?
Your style.
I love doing that.
Yeah. That makes sense. And so, for any of the creatives out there, what's something that would inspire them to kind of go into something like what you do, or what would be a good message for somebody who's looking into this?
I would just say just start, I think once you dive in, you just kind of figure everything out, the whole process. It's just a lot of people are afraid of starting or failing, you know what I mean? But that's just part of the process that they need to go through. And, maybe when you dive into it, you'll love it or you hate it, but you don't know until you start. So I always say, get your foot wet, crawl before you walk. So